Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. Boy, do we have a treat for you folks. The big ticket is here. Kevin Garnett in the house. KG, welcome.
Man, a lot of people don't know that you actually gave me the name, the big ticket. Dude, K-Hard, man, I hope you got a package of all this somewhere. I hope you own all the names that you've given over the years.
You are the big ticket still. Great to have Kevin Garnett. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to the Celtics. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Well, that was an absolute beatdown, and you hope that they learn and move on from it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Little general out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Just 2 to shoot. Little general, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
And Kevin, you talk about your rivals at that big man position. Who comes to mind among guys you played against and have the most respect for?
I got a lot of respect for guys in our league. Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dice, Charles Barkley, Carmelo, to name a few. Chris Webber, a ton of respect. But when it comes to the cream of the cream, Rasheed Wallace and Tim Duncan always brought out another side of me. I would say Chris Webber too, because Chris Webber's my idol. And those guys brought out the better side of me. And I like to think that I dug deeper with those guys and playing up against those guys. If you want to see what you are in this league and all that stuff that you've been practicing and working on in the gym, those players, those moments are going to pull those times out of you. And that's what true essence are. And only the elite understand that. Only the elite understand the matrix. And things slow down and you really are dominating the game on both ends.
Different world, different flow, different mindset, different type of character.
Boy, how about the anticipation? Karl Anthony Towns beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader, brought your team together. Talk about that.
Well, he brought us the belief from Ubuntu and bringing all of us together and that you give yourself for the greater of the group. And everybody bought into that. And when you hear about when Miami won, Pat Riley had all those guys give something to the pot and giving yourself to something. And when you think about what team is, all these great coaches, these great minds, these great philosophers, it all surrounds that whole little philosophy right there, giving yourself to be able to get something and gain something.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. But a true philosophy in winning.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys the need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today. And the key to that will be shot selection.
Well, I think that means they need everyone being decisive out there. Make strong, quick decisions at the offensive end.
And, Kevin, you think about some of your toughest matchups. What about Shaquille O'Neal? What was it like defending Big Shaq?
You know what, man? Shaq, later on in our years, I had to guard him later, man. I told y'all, man. I guarded Shaq one time in the Cleveland series, and it was like holding up the side of a house. Seriously. Listen, I want y'all to go home and do this. I know I usually use food.
Timberwolves shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Rolls to the line, shooting 1. Jeff T.
Free throw, good. T.
He's hard on both ends of the floor. I think any organization would be lucky to have this guy.
Taking a look at the Rockets, they've got Clint Capella. Chris Paul is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Kenneth Faried, and it's Little General in at the 3. Covington kicks to T. Another miss by Minnesota. Houston in the lead. And Kevin, you were so loyal. But can you imagine your career had not been traded to Boston and played with those guys and had that coach and in that city with all that tradition? Can you even imagine your career?
You know what? I should have did it earlier. I should have got with Paul earlier. I told him that.
Everybody wants to play with him. Everyone wants to play with you.
Yeah, we have. Paul and I should have got together earlier, but, you know, through the loyalty and still feeling like, you know, you can still do it. You know, you got to have a machine behind you. You know, management has to be behind you. They got to be willing to put up dollars and be as just as boisterous as you are. I got to experience Boston and having a machine behind us. And Doc Rivers controlled that whole thing as much as he could, and it worked, so, yeah.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Towns. Now, here's Covington. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Harden in for Iman Shumpert.
Clearly a foul.
The Rockets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. That's good from Little Jenner. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Rose against Harden. Rose finds Gibson. Here's Towns. Good work defensively by Capella. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. In the corner, Harden. Pass to Little Jenner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
They can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. A shot by Harden, wide open. The Rockets with another miss.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
And Teague has it in the corner. Back to Covington. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Covington's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves. And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by, and please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need God, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And always a special occasion to have KG with us, Doris. A guy who really brings it every time we speak with him.
Well, his enthusiasm is contagious. This guy is a leader on and off the court. There's a vibrancy, a joy that he brings that was key to his success as a player and how fun as a broadcaster.
It's good. Nice touch there from Little General. Little General's got 11 points.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Covington passes to Gibson. Here's Towns. Here's Covington. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Little General the pass to Harden. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The high post shot. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle under. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Little General has done in this game.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Covington in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. A lot of guys can take over a game, Doris, at a moment's notice. A snap of your finger. In your mind, who goes that quickly into that zone and takes over like that?
I'll tell you this, the guy who comes first to my mind is Klay Thompson. I mean, what we've seen this guy achieve in a 12-minute quarter and the speed with which the ball from the touch of his fingertips to the release is incredible. Damian Lillard, another guy, doesn't get it off quite as fast as Klay, but can put 20, 30 in a quarter in a heartbeat. Guys like Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, when they start cooking, boy, you better step out that kitchen because you're going to be in trouble, Kevin.
You are. Well said. Here's Gibson. The shot comes out, and the Rockets take it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Covington in the corner. Paul against Rose. Now here's Covington. Defense is right there. Wiggins surveying the floor. Another miss by Minnesota.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
They get it back. And that basket is in there from Little General. Little General's got 13 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rose kicks to Gibson. Wiggins outside. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Capella. Rebounded by Capella.
Boy, they can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
To the inside. Gibson with the steal. Here's Covington. That's tipped.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
To the paint. Unloads from 9. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Time now for an injury report. And now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Luol Deng's doing. David.
It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's
Timberwolves trail by 14. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Austin Rivers is out there with Green, and then it's Little General, then it's Clint Capella, and it's Tucker in at the 4 slot. Out to Saric, trying to end the drought. But they get it back. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Sinks the 3-pointer. Wiggins has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Minnesota. Rivers against Wiggins. Here's Tucker. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Tucker's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets. Green against Rose. And Capella sends it back. And he recovers it. Count it good.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And stolen by Wiggins. Feeds it to Teague. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Listen, that's all you can do defensively. Jeff Teague is just so clever at finishing near the cup.
Little General the pass to Rivers. Houston moving the ball around.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around. Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Bounce pass from Rose. Now the pass to Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists in the game. Houston leading by 9. Here's Little General. Here's Capella. Lays it up and banks it in.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully. He's made obvious improvements since the half, really getting into an offensive groove.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustment.
Well, I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
Some changes for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Saric, and Robert Covington subbed in for Teague. And then for Houston, Harden comes in for Green, and Chris Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Minnesota. 11-point game. Here's Towns. It's Covington on the wing. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. And Rose wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
And Capella sends it back. Here's Harden. Count that one. And the Rockets lead by 15.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
To the middle. Here's Little General. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Rockets.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Little General.
Boy, what a determined offensive presence he has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was, it took a ton of pressure off his teammates all night.
Wiggins finds Towns, and the 3-ball is good. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. And all the energy has been sucked out of this arena. This is not what the fans came to see.
Well, they took the crowd completely out of this game. And when you get a lead like that, it's sort of deflating for the home crowd. What a solid victory on the road.
And he makes the first.
Make no mistake, Karl Anthony Towns has all the skills necessary to be amongst them.
So we see Houston taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
Okay.
Okay, coming. Good luck.
So, another win tonight to keep the streak alive. Anything you want to say after that performance?
Not really. How about this? That was good. Any other questions? No? Okay. Well, great win tonight, you know? Yeah, great win.